An exclusive tour tonight inside the Jackson County Jail, just hours before more inmates are expected to return. This is the first time inmates will return to the jail after the city pulled them out due to safety and health issues. I toured the jail today to find out how the county plans to address the previous problems so it doesn't happen again. See? It's been years since the Jackson County Detention Center opened its doors to journalists.
If we're making the news, it's usually bad news.
41 Action News has covered it.
Solve some big problems with the jail. 2015, an FBI investigation into alleged prisoner abuse.
I say it's hell on earth.
Complaints about sanitation.
Dogs live better than this.
2016, a murder suspect mistakenly released.
Somebody dropped the ball somewhere.
Then a raid.
We've been getting quite a few complaints of contraband in the jail.
2017, a corrections officer charged for smuggling contraband inside, including cell phones.
Inmates were able to call their victims and witnesses and tamper with them in murder cases. Well, that hasn't been happening here.
That same year, 2 corrections officers assaulted, one captured in this jarring video.
This really must stop. The operations of this jail must improve.
In 2018, Kansas City terminated its agreement with the jail. But just this week, Jackson County announced a new contract to bring municipal inmates back. This is the room where most of the male inmates who come to the jail will be housed. You can see they've got some phones against the wall. They're going to be installing some video visitation phones soon. There's a TV in the room, and there's also 5 tables in this row that go right down the center. They also have enough beds to house 28 male inmates. This is where up to 10 female inmates will be housed individually in cells just like this one.
We've made things safer. We've reduced turnover. We've reduced on-the-job injuries. We've reduced major incidents. We haven't had a major incident here in 15 months.
The Regional Correctional Center is closed, logistically making it easier for officers to maneuver through these hallways.
There's a member of upper senior level command staff here 24/7. Then we broke the facility down into zones. We assigned a lieutenant on each shift.
Workers' compensation claims are down 50%. Staff turnover is down 50% too. But it's not all good news.
We're still understaffed. And we're still overcrowded. To properly staff this facility, we need 521 people. Now, that was when the RCC was open.
Jail administration tells me there are around 330 to 340 employees right now. 41 Action News asked Kansas City Mayor Quentin Lucas why the city decided to bring its inmates back here.
So I personally toured the Jackson County Jail the other day. I think a lot of the issues that existed several years ago have been addressed.
What about the reports of mold?
There were actually environmental studies to test air quality, and there's never been black mold in this facility.
Or the security breach that led to this attack.
And there were more inmates out than should have been, and part of that was due to door failure in cells. So those repairs have been made now.
I have confidence that where our Kansas City, Missouri inmates will be is a place that is safe, that it's clean, that it's humane, and frankly, it's the sort of thing that will be drastically different than what we saw as a public safety threat both at the Heartland facility and what we saw at the Jackson County Jail years before.
Let's be clear. The goal is still to build a new jail, although staff is playing the cards that are handed to them.
There are still physical plant challenges with this building that need to be addressed.
For the next 90 days, up to 45 city inmates will be housed here, turning the corner on a new day for the detention center.
Heartland was not an answer. It was not the right answer a year ago. We saw that. It is not the answer today, and I'm glad that we're moving on beyond that facility, and I think, frankly, we have a good agreement. I commend the Jackson County Sheriff.
This is really a trial basis for us. We're optimistic that we can, but we're going to be watching carefully.
Nothing was off limits during our tour. The only things we did not film are to protect the security at the jail. And an interesting thing to note, the corrections officer who was attacked in the video in our story tonight still works there. The city will transfer 45 inmates to the jail as early as tomorrow. Right now, they're housed at the Heartland Center for Behavioral Change. Earlier this month, the center lost 2 insurance policies. It follows several incidents at that center, including escapes, an assault, and 1 death. 41 Action News got an exclusive interview with that center's president. He admitted the facility was not prepared to house the inmates.
I don't know that we recognize the type of offenses that we were going to be dealing with, the level of violence, the assaults, the domestic violence cases.
You can see more of our exclusive tour inside the Jackson County Jail on our 41 Action News Facebook page.